Right, hi guys. It is Monday evening. I'll give you updates on how I got on today at work, my first day back at work in Bury St Edmunds. Let me turn the radio off. It was a good day. It was really good. Weather-wise, I left where I live and it was really foggy. But you could see above the skies were lovely and blue, so you knew it would burn off eventually. By the time I got to Bury St Edmunds, the skies had cleared. It was absolutely gorgeous. It was cold, but it was really nice and sunny. Just opening up my selfie stick, guys. I've got a little bit of washing to do. I've already had I had apple crumble. And my apple crumble is what my nurse made for me on Sunday before she left. Was it Saturday or Sunday? I can't remember now. But she made some and then we put it in a Tupperware container, and once it cooled down, we popped it in the fridge. And I've finished that tonight. I had that tonight. That's lovely, really nice. So I've got that to wash up, a couple of cups, and I did a load of washing beforehand, before I went up, because I ran my bath. My bath was so hot, I thought I'll leave it. I left it for an hour, guys, and I came down, done some washing up. That's when I had my apple crumble and a cup of tea, and then when I went up, it was just as hot. I had to have a lot of cold, so I had a wallow in the bath. It was gorgeous. Right, let me put the selfie stick there. There we go. Right, so I think I'll put the dog stitches away first. So I cleared up just about everything apart from my supper bits, my apple pie. Oops, apple pie dish. It's going to fall over, I think, guys. Let me just shorten the selfie stick a bit. There, how's that? That should stay there. Right, so I've just put things away while I'm talking to you guys. There we go. So time now, it's 9:20. So I've just come down. I'm just going to tidy up. I'm not going to do anything other than just tidy up. Putting things away, guys. So I got to work this morning at 8:15. Got stuck in a little bit of traffic, but not too bad. It was quite good. So I didn't have a lot of time. As soon as I turned up at work, got out my car, I was caught by one of the managers and they wanted to have a chat. So I had to stand there chatting to them, and then they said, let me introduce you to the new service manager. So from getting to work at 8:15, I should have had 15 minutes left, which I was going to put a video on for you guys. But that didn't happen, because as soon as I turned up to work, I was collared by the manager. So they took me into the showroom and introduced me to the new service manager. And that just led from one thing to another, and I just ended up going straight into the workshop after that. So I did eventually put my videos on, but a little bit later in the morning when I was doing some MOTs. I just had enough time to put some videos on for you guys. But I did get something on. But it was a really busy day. I just didn't stop. From the time I got there to the time I left, I was actually probably about 5-10 minutes late leaving, because there's just so much work today. Yeah, welcome back. So that was nice. The nails have stayed on, guys. I haven't broken any yet. I did keep my gloves on as much as I could. Other than when I have to write things, I have to take the gloves off to write. But yes, so I did really well. I only got one comment, and that was about my work boots, because I bought myself some girly work boots. And only one person seemed to cotton on to that, and they mentioned, oh, I like your work boots. That one's still got some food on it. I'm going to have to wash that one again. Let's put that over there. So that was nice. That somebody noticed them. Maybe other people did, but they just didn't say anything. So nobody mentioned about the nails, other than when I went in and saw the new service manager. It was another lady, and I put my fingers on top of the counter like that, and I said, hi, I'm your floating technician, and my name's April. And they said, oh, April, we've been expecting you, and it's lovely. So it was really good. So that got off to a really good start, and the day just flew. The weather was fantastic, lovely and sunny, and I think it's supposed to be like this for the rest of the week, guys. By the time I got home, it was about 6:15 this evening, and made myself some dinner. Then I just had a chill out in the front room. My feet were aching from wearing my new boots. I was just pleased to get them off. I'm pleased I wore them all day. And I've got on my phone, I've got an app which counts your steps during the day. Now, I took the boys out and I did about 4,000 steps, guys, this morning, taking the boys out for a walk. And then I went to work, and when I came back, my steps on my my phone now are 1,450. So yeah, I've done an awful lot. Was it 1,000? No, sorry, get it right. It's 14,550. That's right. So yeah, it's a lot of steps. I didn't realise how many steps I do at work. So I did about 10,000 steps at work, just walking around the cars, up and down the stairs, in the parts department, across the yard, picking cars up. You don't stop when you're at work. You're on your feet all day. You sit down for half an hour at dinner time to have your dinner, your sandwiches or whatever you got, but then you're just on the go all the time. But yeah, 10,000 steps, guys, just walking around cars and doing what I usually do, and I couldn't believe it. No wonder I wanted to get my boots off when I got home. But they were lovely. They really worked well. So that was good. What else has happened? Most of the people who were there before are still there. There's not many who have left, because that's always a thing when you go back to a garage where you worked before. There's new staff members there, or somebody's left, and there's one person left that it's a shame they've left, and I've got somebody else who's also leaving. They've handed their notice in and they're working their notice off as we speak, but they're still there at the moment. So I did see them and I had a chat. So yeah, it's lovely. Work-wise, what did I do? 3 MOTs, 1 service, 2 tyres, and I helped somebody take a gearbox out, and that was it. So it was an easy day, easy day, guys, and not too much lifting involved. The gearbox was nice and easy. That's all. You just basically support it, but you don't take the weight because it's on what they call a transmission jack. So it's like a big jack on a stand, and you put it under the gearbox, you jack it up, and these claws go round the gearbox, and then you wiggle the gearbox out off the engine, and then you let the jack down and it comes down, and that's it. So you don't actually lift it. It's all supported. So I wasn't lifting any huge weights today. It was all straightforward. Lifted up a couple of tyres. That's about it. So it was a really good day. I really enjoyed it, and it got me back into it again. I had to think sometimes, working certain things, thinking, oh gosh, how's this one work? Because every site I work at, although they've got the same equipment, it's slightly different. At each site it's the same equipment but slightly different, and you have to get your head around how this bit of equipment works. And no sooner do you sort that out and you get it all sorted, and they move you to another dealership and they've got something that's different again. So you have to try and get your head around these things. So I had that today where I was trying to remember how to do use the wheel balancer, or how to print results off the printer, because they're all slightly different. But I got there in the end. So yeah, it was a good day, a bit of a learning curve again, thinking, back to school again. But it was good, so I really enjoyed it. So I've just got a little bit of washing to do. I'm going to make myself a drink. I've already made my sandwiches, which are behind me. So I'm going to get those ready for tomorrow. They're made, I just got to put them in my tuck box. But yeah, I'm ready, I'm bathed. I didn't get dressed tonight, because as soon as I got home from work in my work clothes, I just took them off, put the dressing gown on, guys, and my nightie. I've just had that wash. I'm not going to get dressed up just for an hour. It's just not worth it. So I'm just going to relax now. I'm going to chill out. I'm just going to do this little bit of washing. So I need the bowl for that. So I'll spin the camera around. Let me empty what's in the sink. There's just a couple of cups in there, and a bowl and some spoons, and that's it. That's all from breakfast and when I got home. There you go. Those there. It's a beautiful clear sky tonight. The stars are out. It's going to get cold again. I have covered the car's windscreen with a special cover to stop it from freezing. I had that on last night as well, and that worked really well. I just took that off this morning and started the car and drove to work. It was really nice. It's nearly there. It's just running the cold off. Hot will be coming through in a second. Here it comes. Here it comes. Right. Boys were happy to see me come home. I think they've got used to me not being at work. I think they missed me today. They gave me a lovely greeting when I got home, which is always nice. Right. That's it, guys. Nice, easy night. Right, let me get these washed up, and I'll put these on the drainer. I won't do the dog putting to bed yet. It's too early at the moment. I have another hour before I go upstairs to bed, and I'll do you a video when the boys go to bed. Right, that'll do nicely. I haven't checked any of my messages today, guys. I just haven't had time, but I shall have a little look before I go to bed tonight. See what I've missed out on. See if anything exciting's happened. I had a message from my nurse who went back on Sunday. That was last night. She messaged me to say she got back okay. So all my nurses are back where they came from, up in Scotland, and the other one's gone down to London. That's where she comes from. So that's it. They're all gone, all on their own again. There's one. I think the dogs miss the company because we've had a house full now for well, it was, hang on, it's 2 weeks to the day that I actually had my surgery, wasn't it? This time 2 weeks ago, guys, I was laying on the sofa in the front room, and Donna and Karen from Scotland, my nurses from Scotland, were doing my, they were doing a bit on my channel, letting you guys know that I was all right, and I sat opposite them listening. And that was 2 weeks ago. So 2 weeks ago today, I had my surgery done. That's fantastic, doesn't seem possible. And I don't ache at all, not a bit of it. There's no aches, no pains. This is amazing. I thought I was going to be, I've always been a quick healer, and I am very, I do feel pain, but I haven't felt any pain in this. Okay, I had the painkillers, which I took because I was told to. So I took those, and the only thing I had was aches, and they were aches under my breasts. And that's the only aches I had. I couldn't lift my arms up because if I lifted my arms up, you could feel it tugging. And that's where I had the ache. So I restricted my arm movement, just kept my arms low all the time. And it's been brilliant. I just thought I'd be in a lot of pain and I wouldn't be able to lift things and lift my arms. It hasn't been like that at all. Whether it's just me or whether it's like that all the time, I don't know. But everybody said to me, oh, you're going to need more than 2 weeks off to get over this. And they kept saying it's major surgery. I think, no, I don't know. So anyway, I'd like to say that I feel really good. And especially today, going back to work, it was like a normal day at work. You know, there was nothing that I couldn't do. I did everything that was put in front of me, and I didn't feel any pain at all, apart from my aching feet when I got home. That's it, guys. I really felt good today. Yeah. I had a few people, I think Karen, one of my nurses in Scotland, she messaged me just to say, hope your first day back at work's gone okay. And who's the other one? Catherine, she also messaged me saying, I hope your first day was okay. Yes, it was good. It was a really good day. I'm pleased I'm home. And so I've got, we got Terrible Tuesday tomorrow, haven't we? Yes, in Cambridge, the assistant service manager in Cambridge always called Tuesday Terrible Tuesday. She said, because if anything was going to go wrong, it was always a Tuesday. So she nicknamed it Terrible Tuesday. And that I cottoned on to as well. So yeah, tomorrow's Terrible Tuesday. So we had Monday. Now we've got Terrible Tuesday on the way. We're nearly there, guys. This is nice and easy. Put those in there. Wash those in a second. What else? I've got Tuesday to look forward to as well, guys, but we haven't got there yet. Let's get Terrible Tuesday out of the way first. So yeah, 20% through my week already. Yeah, that's good. Here comes Snoop. He's just had a drink. Oh yeah, fella. That's that. You okay? I think he's just passing through. He's had a drink and he's just sniffing around in the kitchen to see if there's anything to eat. He's doing his bits, hoovering up on the floor. I don't think there's anything down there. But he has to check, has to make sure he's not missing out on anything. There might be a crumb down there somewhere. Poor starving dog. Do you want to go up the garden? Are you okay? You might want to go up the garden. Hang on, let's see what he does. Yep, do you want to go up the garden, Steve? You can go up the garden if you want. Here you go then. Come on in, off you go. Good boys. It is really fresh, guys. Ooh, I felt that cold come through as I opened that door. So says they did say on the weather it's going to be a nice week this week, so I hope they're right. Today was absolutely gorgeous. For the weekend, we've just had the weekend and that was really good. I had a lovely weekend. Right, here we go. Around there. That's it. That's it. That's everything done. There's nothing else to do, guys. Done. Done. And done. Oh. Right. I'm going to stop this video now, guys. I'll let my boys in and then we're going to go and sit down in the front room. I will do putting the boys to bed later on, but there's no more washing up to do. That's all done. So I'll take you over here with me. There you go. And I'll let my boys in a second. They'll come through that door behind me in a second. Snoop will be the first one. That's that. Just hang my towel up. I better fill my kettle up as well. I need to fill my kettle up for tomorrow. Get loads of fresh in there. Right, that's ready for tomorrow, guys. Right, I'm not going to turn it on, turn those sockets off. That's just the radio to go back on later. Everything else is on. Right, guys, I'm going to go and sit down in the front room. I will wait for the boys and let them in, but I'm going to sign out now, put this video on for you guys, and I shall speak to you when I put the boys to bed. Okay, right, bye-bye.